Good morning, grade 5. I hope you guys are all doing well and you had a wonderful weekend. So, last week we talked about homonyms. Today we are going to talk about homographs. So, they're a little different. Um, just before I get started, I will be online for a meeting at noon. So, if you need help with any of this, feel free to join us and we can talk about it, and then I will give you more examples. So, homonyms, we said, are words that are spelled differently, but they sound very much the same. Okay? Today we're going to talk about homographs, and homographs are words that have the exact same spelling, but they have a different meaning. Sometimes they're pronounced differently, and sometimes they're pronounced just the same. It is important to use context clue to decide which words and pronunciation of the word. So, for example, I'm just going to give you an example right off my head. I like to drink a can of soda. Or I can do my homework. Okay, so these are two different examples, but then you can see I used can here, and then I used can here again, spelled the exact same way, have a completely different meaning. Okay, so they're just homographs. So in here it says, read the definitions, write the words appropriate homograph for the word in the blank. So we have a couple of words. So for the first one, it says number 1, a slender piece of wood or a cardboard tipped with flammable chemicals. Two items go together in the same characteristics, a sporting event or a boxing or a tennis, and so on. So which one of these would be? So this is like an event, okay? It could be an event. So what do we call an event of a sport? Or what do we call that little piece of wood that you would use to make fire? Like comes in a little thing. Okay? All right. Well, we call it a match. Okay? So in here we can put match. Okay? So a match is that piece of wood, and it's also a match when two teams play sport together. Okay? So this was just an example. All right? So now you read the rest of these and then you decide which of these words would go in here. And then notice it's actually two different meanings for the same exact word. One meaning it meant that's that match thing that you are using to make fire, and the other thing is when two teams are going against each other. So it's a team match, okay? All right. So you read the words, the definitions, and then you match them with the words. Down here it says, practice homographs by putting the form of the word in a single sentence. Then the first sentence is done for you. So this here, the example is done for you. A beautiful tie, piece of ribbon or cloth, a gesture of respect or appreciation. Sentence, the man wearing a bow took a bow on a stage. Okay, so same thing. And if you actually watch the videos that I just attached to the lesson, you'll see that they talk about it as well. Okay, so now you try to come up with that sentence for these two definitions using one word. So they're giving you the words, and then you're going to use the words in your sentence to complete the sentence. Okay, the next one, it says use the words in here to fill in the blanks. So Robert and Aveda were on the same baseball team. When it was his turn at something through, so it was his turn at the match, the pitcher threw Robert as okay, so this would be it. Was his contest. This is so hard.